I've lived many years more than I would like to tell. And the funny thing is that over time we realize that the days go by quickly, but the lessons take time to arrive. Time is a teacher of that. Time is a teacher. There is no doubt, but it teaches slowly, and only those who have lived as long as I have can understand how certain truths reveal themselves too late. I wish I had noticed some of them earlier, but I'm here now to share what I've learned with you. If you are old, before time teaches you the hard way at this point in your life, you must have heard the following phrase. If you are old and still have sex, I'm sorry to tell you this. You are diminishing your vitality when we are young. We believe that the body is invincible, don't we? We think he can handle everything sleepless. We think nights foods full of exaggerations, century lifestyle. We think these things won't affect us after all. We still have energy. The skin still has vigor. The body responds quickly, but the truth is that deep down it is changing slowly. But changing and these habits that seem so harmless, so banal begin to leave their marks that at first glance we don't even notice. I know what you must be thinking. Oh, but that's an age thing. That's how aging is. Are we aging as we should? Or are we speeding up the process without realizing it? Your routine, take a good look at your routine. Think about the small details, that extra coffee you have, those sleepless nights, the lack of movement in the body, small routine things. The truth is that they accumulate silently. Have you ever stopped to think about how these small habits affect the body over time? I'm not just referring to the pain or fatigue you may feel right now. I'm talking about something deeper, something that manifests itself in ways that we don't always associate with these behaviors. Did you know that even your internal vitality, such as the production of seminal fluid, can be affected by these choices? Yes, even that's something so subtle, but which carries so much meaning for our inner vitality. And what few know is that this decrease can be directly linked to the habits we adopt. Without thinking, it's your body telling you that something isn't right, but in such a silent way that we only notice it when the changes have already occurred. Did you know that what you eat, how much you move, and even how you sleep can affect such internal and delicate things? I didn't know, not until time teaches me. And the truth is that this is not something that happens suddenly. Like a scare, it is gradual, it is invisible, and that's why it's so dangerous when, well, dear ones, the body speaks to us in subtle ways. He gives us signs, but many times we don't listen when we finally realize the damage is already done. But I'm here to help you realize it first, because time can be a teacher, but it can also be a thief. A thief who day after day steals your energy, your vitality, unless you are attentive, because these warnings are almost whispers. And in the rush of everyday life, we end up ignoring these signs. I, for example, ignored it for a long time. I didn't realize that indisposition I felt in the morning, that lack of energy was not just fatigue from age, it was my body asking for help. But I only understood this too late. And I wonder, are you listening to the signals that your body is giving you? Right now, aging is an art, and like any art, it requires practice, patience, and above all, wisdom. For a long time, I believed that aging well was a matter of luck or good genetics. What nonsense today! I know that the truth is quite different. Aging well is a daily choice, a constant care, a decision to honor the body we have and give it what it needs. Youth deceives us, makes us believe that the body will continue to function in the same way forever. But this is not the case. The body, in fact, is like a garden. If you neglect the body, neglect the garden, it will wither, no matter how much it has bloomed in the past. If you don't take care of the soil, the water, the light, the plants begin to lose strength, and with the body, it is no different. The problem is that many times we only realize how much we have neglected the body when it starts to fail. It was like that with me. I thought that my energy, my vigor, my inner vitality would be there forever. But suddenly everything started to change. The body needs attention, little things. A lack of energy here, a tiredness that did not go away there until I started to notice something else, more intimate, more subtle. Things, my libido, my sexual energy, even the amount of seminal fluid, something I had never stopped to think about, began to change, and it was at that moment that I understood the body needs attention, the body asks for care, and it does so in ways that we often ignore. Aging wisely is not just about accepting the changes that come with time. It's about learning to work with them, to take care of yourself in a way that preserves your vitality. That's why today I ask you, what are you doing now to take care of your body? What are you doing to make sure he stays strong, healthy, and functioning well tomorrow? I know that many times we think we already do enough. I thought so. The body needs nutrition too. I ate what I wanted, slept when I could move little. But the body needs more. He needs nutrition. He needs movement. He needs quality rest. And don't think that this only affects the external part, the skin, the hair, the weight number. What we are talking about here is much deeper. What you eat, the amount of water you drink, how much you move. Our body is a complex system. All of this affects your body from the inside, affects the production of hormones, affects your vital energy. Our body is a complex system and everything is interconnected. Therefore, if you want to age wisely, you need to start now to take care of what you do daily. Don't let your body wear out without realizing it. Don't expect the signs to be so evident that they can't be reversed. Taking care of the body is a silent job, almost most invisible, but which over time brings take care of the body, immeasurable rewards. If I had known this before, I would have done a lot of things differently, but it's never too late. And now I want you to know aging well is a choice, and you can start today making decisions that will reflect not only on your appearance, but on your vigor, your energy, and even the subtlest parts of your body, because in the end, the true art of aging is to take care of the body. As it deserves, old age is the ideal time to break with certain myths. Once and for all, especially with regard to sexuality. Sexual desire has no expiration date and should be part of life at any stage, including the most mature phase. Many, out of fear or embarrassment, end up ignoring this essential aspect. But the fact is that when practiced in a healthy way, sexuality remains an important source of pleasure, connection, and well-being, both physical and emotional. One of the biggest obstacles that prevent many people from fully living their sexuality in old age is prejudice, whether external coming from society or internal carried by the person who himself. There is a misconception that sex is something exclusive to young people, as if it were a privilege that disappears. Over time, however, the reality is different as we age. Physical intimacy can become even more meaningful, as it has a value that goes beyond the simple physical act, contact, closeness, and emotional bonding gain, depth being crucial for maintaining a full life. Another common barrier is concern about performance or the body's natural changes over the years. It is normal for the body to behave differently, but that does not mean that pleasure has to decrease. On the contrary, with accumulated experience, there is greater freedom to explore sexuality without the pressures of meeting unrealistic expectations. The key is to adapt to change and look for ways to maintain an active sex life that brings sex satisfaction to you and your partner without the need to follow old patterns. In addition, sexuality in old age offers benefits that go beyond immediate pleasure. Believe me, if practiced in a health way, respecting your limits and active sex life can improve mental health, strengthen the immune system, and even reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. During sex, hormones such as endorphins and oxytocin are released, promoting well being, relieving stress, and improving mood by avoiding sexuality. You may be losing one of the greatest allies for your physical and emotional health. So don't take it seriously when they tell you that you are decreasing your vitality by performing this practice. It is important to take into account that each person is unique, and there is no universal formula for what your sex life should be like. In old age, the essential thing is that you feel comfortable with your choices. If desire is still a part of your life, don't let age or prejudice stop you from living it. Seek information, talk to your partner, and if necessary, consult health professionals so that this vital part of your existence continues to be a source of joy and satisfaction, even as the years go by. After all, life doesn't stop, and pleasure doesn't have to stop either. I've come this far to tell you something you may need to hear right now. It's never too late. It's never too late to start over, to take care of yourself, to discover new and surprising as aspects about your own body. It doesn't matter if you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, or even beyond. There is still time to learn how to improve your quality of life. Time to make different choices that shape a healthier and more vibrant future. Every decision you make today, tomorrow, or even a week from now can have a transformative impact on how you live the next few years. It took me a while to realize this myself. For a long time, I thought that certain things were already out of my reach, as if my body had passed an invisible line, and from then on, decline was inevitable. But I realized in time that this is not the case. We underestimate our own power of transformation. The body is incredibly adaptable and resilient, and the way we take care of it can make a difference that you might not even imagine right now. I realize this, and I hope you realize it too, because there is still time to make these changes. You may have already noticed some subtle changes in your body. Maybe your energy is no longer the same as before, or maybe you've noticed that your libido has decreased, that your mood no longer keeps up with the rhythm of your mind, or maybe you've noticed something as specific as the amount of seminal fluid your body produces. Yes, they are signs that time is passing, but they are not signs that the end is near. In fact, they are indicative that a new phase is beginning, a phase in which you can, with accumulated wisdom, make conscious and profound adjustments that will strengthen and revitalize you. I made these changes, and believe me, they changed everything for me. It wasn't easy at first, but it was rewarding now. My energy is different. My disposition is renewed, and the quality of life I have today is a direct result of these choices. And if I did it, so can you. It is a journey, yes, and it will not always be linear, but it is a journey of self-care, self-knowledge, and above all, reconnection with one's own body. So I ask you, are you ready to start this journey with me? Because if you are, I can assure you that the rewards go far beyond what you imagine. Life still has a lot to offer, and the best time to start is now. Let's transform your future together. So now that you know it's never too late to transform your life, what you do today can change everything. If you've made it this far, it means you're ready to take the first step. But the journey is just beginning. Think about what it would be like to wake up tomorrow with more energy, with the feeling that you are in control of your body and your future. Imagine how this can impact not only your life, but the people around you. Isn't it motivating to know that you have the power to make that change? And now I have a special invitation for you. If this content was useful to you, imagine how much it can help other people who are living this same phase of life. So subscribe to the channel right now to continue receiving valuable tips like this. Don't forget to leave your like. This helps us reach more people, and of course, pass this video on to friends and family who could benefit from this message. Oh, and I want to know about you. Leave in the comments where you are talking and how this video impacted you. Your opinion is very important, and I read all the comments with affection. And before we wrap up, there's something else you need to know on the screen. A link to an upcoming video that you need to watch will appear. This video is the perfect complement to what we talked about here and will help you even more to transform your life. So don't waste time. Click on the link and continue this transformation journey with me.